When most people hear about AI, they immediately assume one thing: I probably need technical skills to make money from this. And that assumption quietly stops a lot of people before they even begin. If you're working full-time or stabilizing finances, the last thing you want is months learning something complex. You don't want another learning curve, another system to figure out, or to feel like you're starting over. So what happens? You stay on the outside, watching, hearing, seeing others talk about it. But you don't step into it, not because you can't, but because it feels like it requires something you don't have: time, technical skill, or a completely different background. But what if that assumption isn't actually true? What if practical AI opportunities don't require building anything technical, not software, not complex systems, not anything advanced, just something useful? Let's take a step back for a second. This is where the conversation usually gets distorted. Millions of small businesses are quietly struggling with very simple problems. Not big, complicated problems. Simple ones that don't sound impressive, but take up time daily. Things like writing emails, responding to customer messages, creating basic content, following up with leads, organizing information. Most of these businesses are not looking for innovation. They're not looking to leverage AI. They're not watching tutorials or trying to stay ahead of trends. They just want the problem solved. They want something off their plate, handled, something that saves them time without thinking about it. This is where the opportunity becomes clearer. While most focus on learning AI, few apply it simply. So instead of asking, how do I build something with AI, you shift the question to something more grounded. What problem can I solve using AI? That question changes everything. Because now you're not trying to become technical. You're trying to become useful. And usefulness is what people pay for. This is what I call the AI service bridge. The simplest way to make money with AI without technical skills. The idea is simple. You take a basic AI capability, something that already exists, you don't need to build, and you connect it to a real-world need. That's it. No complexity, no advanced systems. Just a bridge between what AI can do and what someone actually needs done. Let's slow this down and walk through it carefully. This is where people tend to overcomplicate things. You start by identifying one task. Just one, not 10. Not 5.1. This part matters. If you try to do too much at once, you don't build anything at all. So instead, look for something that is repetitive, time-consuming, and slightly annoying. Something a business owner would gladly hand off. For example, responding to common customer questions, writing weekly emails, creating simple social media posts, summarizing information. Nothing complicated. Once you have that, you build a simple workflow using tools that already exist. Not custom tools, not advanced setups. Simple tools. You test it, run it yourself, see where it breaks, adjust it. This part is important because you're not selling an idea. You're building something that actually works, even in a basic way. Then you offer it. But not to everyone. To a specific type of business. This is where most people make a mistake. They try to appeal to everyone and end up reaching no one. Specific is what makes this work. One type of business. One type of problem. One simple solution. Let's make this more concrete. Imagine a small local service business, maybe a cleaning company, or a landscaping business, or a small clinic. They receive the same questions every day. How much does this cost? Do you have availability? How do I book? Now imagine you build a simple system that helps them respond faster, more consistently, without them thinking about it. That alone has value. Or take another example, a small business that sends out a weekly email, but they struggle to write it. They delay it. Sometimes they skip it entirely. Now imagine you create a simple process where that email gets drafted, structured, and ready to send. Again, not complicated, but useful. And usefulness is what creates income. Now let's talk about the part people care about but often misunderstand, the income side. Let's stay realistic. Let's not jump to extremes. Say you help a small business save 5 to 10 hours per week. Not dramatically, just consistently. Now ask yourself, what is that worth to them? Even at a conservative level, $200 to $500 per month. Not thousands, not unrealistic. just something reasonable. Now let's slow this down further. Imagine 3 clients. That's $600 to $1,500 per month. Or 5 clients. That's $1,000 to $2,500 per month. And notice something here. You don't need volume. You need consistency. You don't need hundreds of customers. You need a small number of people who receive ongoing value. And that changes the entire approach, because now you're not chasing attention. You're building relationships. Now I want to be very clear about something. This does require effort. You do have to communicate, understand the business, deliver consistently, and refine your process over time. There will be moments where things don't work perfectly. There will be small adjustments. There will be conversations that don't turn into clients. That's normal. But here's the difference. You're not trying to master something abstract. You're solving something real. And solving real problems is always more stable than chasing ideas. And if you're over 40, this approach actually plays to your strengths. Because this isn't about speed. It's not about trends. It's not about trying to keep up. It's about understanding what people need, what they value, and how to deliver it clearly. And that comes from experience, not from technical skill. So if you've been looking at AI and feeling like it's just outside your reach, too complex to step into, this is a different way to approach it. Not by building something complicated, but by connecting something simple to something useful. That's the bridge. And for many people, it's one of the most direct paths between learning and earning. Not instantly, not without effort, but clearly, and in a way that actually holds together over time. This is where most people get stuck, turning the idea into something real. So if this made things feel a little more clear, and you're seeing how something simple could work, the next step isn't to learn more. It's to take one idea and turn it into something you can offer. And if you want help doing that, I put together a simple system based on exactly what we walked through here. It shows you how to choose one service, turn it into a repeatable workflow, and actually offer it to real businesses. It's the exact AI Service Bridge system, just broken down into something you can follow step by step. I left it below if you want to see how it works.